Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is clearly a game with so much promise, but has disappointed so many of us. And I bought the game, I bought the gold edition on launch on PlayStation, $100 of my own money, and I genuinely regret it. It was not a good use of my money. The game was buggy at launch, and it's only since playing it on the PS5 Pro that it's starting to realise some of its limited potential on PlayStation, but there's still fundamental issues with the game. That means it's not really a Test Drive Unlimited game. But the people at KT and Nacon, the publisher, say they're listening, and I've actually been previously to Paris for a different event to see Nacon on their hardware really, but I did chat with them behind the scenes about Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, and they say they're listening. They were really keen to hear my thoughts on the game and what the game should be. So if you have any thoughts during this video, put them in the comments because they're going to read them. So we're coming into season 4 of Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. I'm not crazy about the idea of seasons generally. I just feel like a game should be a good game out of the gate and then can hopefully keep improving over time. But they do seasons. I'll let you know what's in season 4, and I'm going to let you know what's coming in the next year of Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, where they say they're really listening. And I'm going to let you know the features that I think should be more of a priority, or amongst those priorities that would essentially save the game. And I think the big kind of elephant in the room here is not the Crew Motorfest, is not even Forza Horizon 5, incredible games they are, both of them actually in my opinion, is actually GTA. I think GTA 6 is, anyway, always think about GTA 6 when I'm talking in this video, because have a think whether GTA 6 is going to be adding these things. And we might think of GTA as not really like a sim racing or racing game. They're probably going to go hard on that. There's a reason why they wanted to buy Codemasters outright, in my opinion. So what's being added in Season 4? So the casino is coming. They're going to be adding games there like slot machines. The issue with the casino is I feel like they have a slightly kind of outsized feeling on how important the casino is. I think the casino in Test Drive Unlimited is going to be nice. It has to be vibey. It has to feel like you're going to the casino. But it has to feel like you're kind of gambling, and you might win cars or set yourself back, or it's got to have that jeopardy. And at the moment, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're struggling with complying with gambling laws and stuff like that, it seems like. So it's just going to be a slot machine where you can play. I understand it. Hopefully they're going to be able to expand that. It should be a bit more of a destination. I can see that being fun. But at the moment, it doesn't seem it's going to be like that. I think they can put the casino on the back burner anyway, because that's not going to be the thing that saves Test Drive Unlimited. Now, they are adding new cars. I've got a list here. So the DeLorean Alpha 5, the Aston Martin Vantage, Lamborghini Huracan, Sterato, that like off-roady one, the AMG GT Black Series, and the Porsche 911 Carrera. So some good cars in there. They're choosing good cars. It's also going to be new stock car races, world map enhancement, a group ping, and a level cap increase from level 60 to 70. I'm not sure how many people are struggling with the level cap, because they just need more people in the game, full stop. Okay, so for Season 4, I mean, that's kind of like, seems good, seems decent, but it's not going to save the game. So it's the next year, which starts with Season 5, so it's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, where they say they're really listening. And as someone who played the original Test Drive Unlimited on Xbox 360, PS2, and my PSP, I loved that game to death. It was more than just a game. It was kind of the vibe and what it represented. Obviously, I was younger. I wasn't driving nice cars. Now I've been lucky enough to kind of drive other people's nice cars. But it represents this kind of like fantasy of driving and driving around. So that's what Test Drive Unlimited means to me. And to be honest, when I think of the Hong Kong they've got in Solar Crown, and it just feels off when it's dark and nighttime, and that wasn't the vibe I had with Test Drive Unlimited in Honolulu or Ibiza either, but we'll get on to that. So what they're going to add in the first part of the next year is taxi missions, which is going to be fun, a bit like crazy taxi fun. And I think the drivers is going to be different demanding drivers and passengers and stuff like that. That seems pretty cool. That's going to already liven up a bit. I like driving in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Since day one, I've enjoyed the driving model. It feels weighty, it feels purposeful. They feel like road cars, but they feel like road cars in a powerful road car sense, not in the sense that they're just like under-grippy race cars. A lot of driving games struggle with that. I like where Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown comes from. It feels thrilling to drive fast down the highway I like driving actually in Hong Kong. I like the map of Hong Kong and the twisty streets and everything, and then the open roads and the long curving corners as well. So I like all of that, but I think taxi missions are going to be another way to engage with the world. The Crew 1 was fantastic for this. The Crew 1, I would just drive west coast to east coast, go through the gates and everything, and do the speed camera. And there was some mad thing they changed in the Crew 1 at some point, whereas originally in the Crew 1, you could do these mini games, and then you could just keep on driving and it would spin you a prize as you kept on driving. I'm sure they changed it when they added like rain and stuff, where it would stop you driving and do the spinny thing and you'd lose all your momentum, come to a stop, and then you could drive again. I hated it because I just love in these games just driving. The same in Forza Horizon 4 and everything. Anyway, another big thing in Season 5, this is October 2025, it's not too far away. They say the KT engine enhancements. Let's see about that, because I've driven it on the 4090 on PC and it should perform better. And I've driven on the PS5 Pro and I quite enjoy it. The PS5 Pro update that's how it should be on PS5 in my opinion, but maybe the PS5 can't handle it. It hangs in there with Forza Horizon 5 in my opinion, roughly. Forza Horizon 5 looks better. I've done all the graphics comparison videos on this channel, but I like it at 60 FPS. Like, it has to be 60 FPS for me. So let's see what they're going to bring in terms of improvements. Then they're going to bring you Solar Pass stuff and live events. Honestly, Solar Pass and a crown, like, I don't think we care. Like, we care about Test Drive Unlimited, not Solar Crown. So that's just my opinion. I've never really been captured by this like near futuristic Solar Crown. If you watch my launch videos on the game, I memed it basically. I respect that there's a vision there. I respect that there's a vibe. It's just not my vibe. Like, I like parking my car on the top of the hill that I've driven and looking down at the sea, the ocean, and see it sparkling, just vibing. That's my vibe. Anyway, so Season 6, January 2026, this is where they say there's going to be the community involvement. So community voted missions. We're going to have the opportunity to vote on new missions that will be added to the game. That sounds pretty cool. Pagani's going to be returning. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool they got Pagani on board. Not sure it's a game saver, but Pagani on board. And again, new Solar Pass and enhanced live events. Really important they get those right. Like, otherwise it's just going to be memed again. Like, it has to mean something. April 2026. This is where it starts to get a bit competitive and my ears prick up. Obviously, the Crew has tried this in the Summit, which started in the Crew 1. It's like the Summit, and either you'll know what the Summit is or you won't, because it's not a big deal really outside the Crew. And Forza Horizon has similar stuff as well. It has all the Event Lab stuff as well. But for Season 7 of Test Drive Unlimited The Crown, official racing centre, a new central hub for all things racing, designed to streamline the matchmaking process and create a more focused competitive environment. I'm kind of for that. I could get into competitive racing in Test Drive Unlimited. I like the fact it doesn't have nitrous, for example. Asian vehicles is coming as well. A new collection of cars from prominent Asian manufacturers. Okay. And then more Solar Pass and live events. Now, I think also there is going to be, I'm not sure where it's coming in, but I did read that they are going to be allowing us to remove the HUD as well. I'm all for that. That kind of immersion, that kind of vibe. You can see that's what I like. So that's great. But then April 2026, we're a long way in the future now. We're talking GTA 6 going to be around, isn't it? April 26 is the competition. July 26, in a year's time, this is Season 8. So yeah, a whole year's time. Houses. So then we're going to get houses. I mean, GTA is just going to have all this stuff. There's going to be a real estate agency and houses, and like, this is great. Like, it's really good. And like, I remember Test Drive Unlimited, and you would have to think about your cash between buying houses with garage space to store your cars and sell cars to buy houses. And then, you know, it's really fun. And that was cool 20 years ago. But I feel like this should have been a day one feature. That's just my hunch. Okay, that's just my hunch. But, you know, Nacon and KT say they are committed to quality of life features, bug fixes, and optimization improvements. What I would like to see, okay, so let me know at this stage in the comments how you find that and what you want to see. But what I want to see is, I want to see the engine keep improving to bring 60 FPS to more of us. I think hopefully it shouldn't be locked behind a PS5 Pro to have a good 60 FPS experience that isn't just blurring all the graphics. On PC as well, it should be graphic density if you've got the PC to handle it, but otherwise make it streamlined for 60 FPS. I think also what's really important for me is having more ways to interact with the world. So like point-to-point races, doing what the crew does a little bit with the grand races, I think is going to be really important. We remember those delivery missions. The taxi missions sound great, but more ways to interact. The Forza Horizon is quite good at this. The crew is quite good at this. There's more ways that when you're in the world. And I think also just having like your crew or your group in Test Drive Unlimited, if we can expand that and we can actually roam and we can have car meets, customization, like I was disappointed by the lack of visual customization in Test Drive Unlimited. Like there's nice paints and everything, but I want to see more visual customization. I actually want to see them just lean more into these streets and these sharps, and like I want the streets to feel like underground car meets. I want the sharps to feel like, oh, we got luxury cars or whatever. I want to feel that actually. Like I'm not going to mean that. I think that's pretty cool. I think I also really, really, really would love to have police and grittiness and chases. Car chases where you earn credits the higher the wanted level. I think that's going to be amazing. Like fundamentally, they have a good driving model. They're building out Ibiza. They've got Hong Kong as well. I really want this game to be a success, and I'm trying to in my head understand what is it to be a Test Drive Unlimited game in 2025, 2026. Like what does it mean to be Test Drive Unlimited? Like what's the unlimited aspect of it? Forget the Solar Crown a little bit. I feel like, yes, you want great cars. You want to have that progression. You want to be able to test drive them so you can have a little bit of a teaser. You want to really customize the car to make it feel like it's your car. You want to have great long races, round the island, complicated races. You want to have great curated races. And I saw there's a part where in the racing part where they're going to have more like a spec series. So it's not going to be all the cars are suit up. It's going to be spec. That should be a lot of fun. But really curated races where the timings are just right for you. And it's a real challenge, right? Like imagine if there's a great race in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. It's a long race. It's a 15-minute race. It's not even that long, but let's say it's a 15-minute race. And it's difficult. And like you got to nail every corner. And suddenly every kind of like T-junction or hairpin or motorway access ramp becomes like Eau Rouge, becomes like, I don't know, the hairpin at Suzuka, becomes like Spoon, becomes like Cops. Like that's what Test Drive Unlimited is for me, and you've got to really stretch stuff. I remember doing like the Millionaires Challenge in the original Test Drive. I remember doing it on PlayStation Portable, but the game wouldn't even render the corners, so you had to memorize them. And like the traffic was essentially RNG because it wouldn't load the traffic either until it's too late to avoid it. So that's where I grew up with Test Drive Unlimited. I would love to see more of that, and I'd love to see it more accessible as well on the other end, where you can go and feel like, yeah, I want to take photos of cars and they're going to be shared, and it has this car culture. Look at what GT7 is not doing with car culture. That's what I want to see in the Crew Motor. Oh my god, that's what I want to see in Forza Horizon 5 and the Crew Motorfest and in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Like we are spoilt at the moment. By the way, there are some other big open world racing games coming that I'm not even allowed to speak about yet. But there's some big competition coming into this space. Like people see Forza Horizon 5. I don't know why I don't do more Forza Horizon 5 content. There's something still about these games that's not quite capturing me enough, but I'm rooting for Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. I want it to be a success. They're in listening mode. Like clearly they're listening, and I'm not sure they really have I'm not sure they have a clear idea of what's important and what's not. I think they might be shaping their vision a little bit. They've got the workings there. The game's out there. It's more stable now. The server issues seem to be behind us. We went through the brunt of that. Those of us who were there early on. Yeah, I want to see it be a success. So let me know in the comments what you want to see. Maybe do like a top 5 or something for Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. And I'm really interested to hear about it. I'm sure they will be as well. And kind of fingers crossed that this becomes a No Man's Sky-esque turnaround. That's the objective, right? Where it's like, wow, what an amazing game now. And it started not great, but it's amazing now. Yeah, lots of thoughts about this one. I'll see you next time.